You know those moments in a game, maybe tennis or soccer, where you just feel you know what's about to happen?
No.
Well, imagine betting on that exact instant, like
Yeah.
the next point or maybe the very next yellow card.
Right. That's basically micro betting. It's popped up really
So
fast.
it's not about the final score anymore.
Not primarily, no. Micro betting zooms right in. Will the next basket be a 2 or a 3-pointer? Is the next serve in volleyball going to be, say, an ace or a fault?
Or pass or run in football.
It's
Ask specifics.
the very next play.
Okay, so for this deep dive, we looked into why this is, well, exploding. Seems like it's about the speed, maybe gets a bit addictive, and how the betting companies are definitely benefiting.
Yeah, the speed is a huge part of it. Definitely. You place your bet, and boom, seconds later, win or lose?
Wow, seconds.
Sometimes, yeah. Or maybe a minute. It's that immediate result.
Yeah,
Very different from waiting 90 minutes or 3 hours for a game to end.
I can see the appeal. One source called it adrenaline on steroids.
That sums it up pretty well, I think. It's that constant action, that quick feedback loop.
Okay, so it's exciting for the bettor, but what about the sports books? Why are they pushing this so hard?
Well, think about the volume. Instead of one, say, $100 bet on who wins the match,
Right.
someone might make, I don't know, 200 little 50-cent bets on individual plays within that match.
Ah, okay, so lots more bets overall.
Exactly. And every single bet, no matter how small, carries that small mathematical edge for the house. So multiply that edge by hundreds of bets instead of just one.
And it adds up much faster for them. Got it.
Precisely. It's a numbers game.
Now, you mentioned addiction. The sources seemed concerned about that, too.
Yes, and there's a parallel people draw with slot machines. It's that same rapid cycle.
So.
You bet you get an almost instant outcome, quick win or quick loss, then immediately on to the next chance. That constant cycle can be, well, very compelling. It triggers the same sort of dopamine hits.
And those notifications, right, like next play in 5 seconds, bet now.
Yeah, exactly. That creates this urgency. It encourages really impulsive betting, less thinking, more reacting.
It's almost like the betting becomes the main event, not the sport itself.
It can feel that way, and the technology enabling it is pretty impressive.
Who's behind that?
Companies like Simplebet, Betcher, FanDuel, they're pouring money into AI and machine learning.
For what, exactly?
To calculate and update odds for these tiny events in real time, it's complex. They can offer markets on, the type of pitch in baseball, maybe even throw-ins soon, stuff we couldn't bet on before.
So where does that leave us? Is this just like the next step in sports fun, or is it something else?
That's the big question, isn't it? Is it real innovation in engagement, or is it maybe leaning towards exploitation, capitalizing on that impulse for instant gratification?
Because it feels less about, studying the teams and more about just quick guesses.
It definitely shifts the focus. Less long-term strategy, more immediate reaction. And as one source put it, even if the house edge on each tiny bet is small, hundreds of those small losses can really add up. A sort of death by 1,000 cuts.
Oof. And does this connect to, like, how younger people consume media? Quick hits, short attention spans?
There seems to be a link, yeah. The sources suggest it fits perfectly with, mobile-first habits, constant connectivity, a betting style almost tailor-made for the TikTok generation, if you like.
Right. Constant scrolling, constant betting opportunities.
Something like that. It meshes with that fast-paced digital environment.
So the takeaway is, when you see that option pop up, bet on the next play. Understand it's, well, a different kind of betting.
A very different game. One that's structured, really, to favor that high-frequency, rapid-fire cycle, which tends to benefit the bookmaker over time.
It definitely leaves you thinking.
It does. The question really becomes, as sports become more and more intertwined with this instant betting, what does that do to our actual connection with the games themselves? And, maybe more importantly, what are the risks for our own finances down the line? Something to consider.